So I'm going to be talking to you today about corporate accounts. I know corporate accounts are fairly new to us as of the beginning of March, and it seems like we're having a little bit of a problem locating history with those corporate accounts. We had specific customers set up in Prelude. When we moved over to P21, they got new accounts, and then we switched them over to have corporate accounts. So I have a list of corporate accounts here that I'll be emailing out to everyone shortly. Let's see if we can try to clear up some of this. So if I'm looking for an order from More Supply in Conroe, I know that I can go search for More Supply Conroe. This tells me my customer ID, and I can either look up sales history or I can look up invoices. But this is only going to give me through middle of March. And that's when we moved all of these accounts over to corporate accounts. I've just recently added Morrison Supply to that as well today, so you'll see that transition as well. So if we're looking for anything older than March, it's not as easy to find because we have moved around those accounts a little bit. So let me see if I can show you an easy way to look for those. There's two different ways you can do that. You can do that by either going to Transaction Master Inquiry or by going into Order Entry and looking at them either way. So the first way we're going to look at is Transaction Master Inquiry. If I hit F10, this is Transaction Master. This is all transactions ever in P21. So if I go over here to Orders, I can tell it, do I want them approved, yes or no, or both? And do I want to look at open orders, closed orders, or both? And in this case, I want to look at closed orders. This screen is automatically going to sort it by the order number. You can sort it by any one of these column headers, and you can do that by clicking on the column header, and it'll sort it ascending, and then if you click on it again, it'll sort it descending. Okay? Same with the ship tos or the ship to names, PO numbers, anything like that. So in this case, I'm looking specifically for a PO number. I can either scroll through here to look for my PO number, or I can right-click and go to Services and Find, and you can look for or search for any one of these columns. So in this case, I want to look at Customer PO Number, and I want to put in my PO number that I want to look for, and I can say Find Next. And it points out, there's a little yellow arrow there, it points out my PO number. So from here, I've got my order number, I've got the customer ID that it was keyed in under, it's got the ship to ID it was keyed under, it tells me a little bit of information about that order. I can click on the order number and it'll take me to order drill down by order number. From here, if I go to shipments, it's got the pick ticket, all the tracking information, and the invoice number. If I click on the invoice number, it'll take me to AR drill down by invoice. And from here, I can either print, email, fax a copy of the invoice to the customer, or print it if I need to print it. So that was one way. The other way is going through order entry. So if I pull up my order entry screen, I'm going to double click on the order number, and I can put in More Conroe. There's no open orders for More Conroe, but I can also check this Include Completed Orders. And I don't see anything under More Conroe either. But if I put in my PO number, it's going to pull up my order number, and it's going to tell me the order, it's going to pull up the PO number. It's going to tell me the order number that it was put on. And then from here, I can do the same thing. If I go to my Shipments tab, it'll tell me the pick ticket information, the invoice number here. I can click on the invoice number, and it'll take me to AR drill down. Okay, but also from here, it shows me what customer ID it's under. If I hit F8 from here, now I can pull up all the customer master inquiries for this specific customer, and then I can search the PO number. I can also search products, things like that. So hopefully that helps you when looking for history on orders that are corporate accounts.